achievement. The new frontier.
It's just a cough.
Yeah, right. And the earth is flat.
Treat your cough seriously with Robitussin CF Max. Nothing lasts longer and treats more symptoms for your cough, cold, and flu. Robitussin, because it's never just a cough.
In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played by government personnel. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's good to see you. I must go. I know I'm a good.
Hold him. Now you listen to me, you hillbilly punk who thinks the world's still round. I'm here to tell you it's not. It's flat.
Lexi, tell us something interesting.
Okay, the Earth is flat, and a witch stole his pants.
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
I know how we're different. Do you believe the Earth is flat?
I know it's flat. I walk on it.
Holy sh**.
Do you think the Earth is flat, Snoop? What do you think?
It's a flat world after all.
Smoke weed every day.
Und jetzt der Verkehr. Vorsicht, liebe Autofahrer, auf der A3 Oberhausen Richtung Arnheim ist die linke Spur aufgrund eines UFO-Absturzes gesperrt.
All right, tell me when it stops, somebody. Wait, that means you're not broadcasting the music to somebody.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Okay, now I'm hearing it. A little bit of it.
I don't know why you don't hear it.
All right, Peanut, wave at me when this thing stops. I'm just going to drum like an idiot until somebody tells me not to. Oh, Peanut can't hear it either.
All right, we're winding down.
Ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship currently at war with mainstream science. Meanwhile, the Peanut Gallery is preparing for the dark ages. Next week, America will end. Panic in the streets, communications shut down. Now, if you believe that, here are the questions. Why are you still living in a city? Why have you not stocked up over 6 months of food? And why have you not sent Peanut Gallery extra cigarettes to pay homage to the new emperor that will rise from the ashes of the apocalypse? Welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure thousands of miles wide. Just Google Flat Earth, Mark. If you can't find it, well, you're just not very good at the internet. Currently, this show is on Tuesday nights at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. And yes, Caroline, if it is not April 2nd, 2024, the year of the Wood Dragon, then you are listening to a rerun. Quote of the day goes exactly like this little thing I wrote. A little bit of creative writing. The black beam of immolation started in Texas on April 8th and headed towards New York at an average speed of 1,800 miles per hour. It was moving so fast that anyone caught in its gaze saw it in relative silence because it was traveling more than twice the speed of sound. When the deafening shock wave finally arrived, it was too late. Everyone had already been transformed into zombies, werewolves, or reverse vampires. There was no one human left to hear it. Fun. No, and I didn't hear it by accident, Karen, by the way.
Okay.
So on the recording, I suppose that's good because that's what I'm recording. Anyway, my co-host, she's lovely, she's sassy, and she's one of the biggest flat earth rock stars ever, currently running the soundboard for Strange World. Karen B. Hey, Karen, what's happening?
Hey.
Well,
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Is this our last Tuesday, Karen? I don't know.
Could be.
We're going to
be.
talk
You never
about
know.
it. Hey, Karen, being the current queen of Flat Earth, it must be hard to find Flat Earth friends. Do you know an easy way to find cool people like yourself and solid info about our stationary, horizontal, level plane?
Why, yes, that would be the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, Zodiac, and Clock app.
It's the perfect gift for friends, family, and complete strangers. Watch the featured video every day for 2 weeks and see what happens. It'll be the best $2.99 you've ever spent. And, oh, so sleepy. Because it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast, it's time to say goodnight to one of our listeners, Paige. She's just put on her Tom and Jerry pajamas, got a cup of cocoa with exactly 6 tiny marshmallows, and we'll probably listen to the playback in the morning. Good night, Paige.
Good night, Paige.
Don't forget, you can also find this program on BitChute and Bradion, Rockfin, and Rumble. Every time I say Rumble, I think of the whole let's get ready to rumble. You know that guy.
Michael Buffer.
Yep. YouTube is not the end of Flat Earth. It is just the beginning. Shout outs, obviously, to Flat Earthers Stephen Carpenter of the Deftones. Support the Flat Earth cause and get the coolest hoodies ever. Go to the strong.family, won't you? And pick up some merch. In fact, what episode is this? This is 453. Didn't he say he wanted to be on 456? Stefan, email Karen and myself, because I'm pretty sure you mentioned that at one point. You were just throwing out numbers. It's like, yeah, 456. That'd be cool.
I don't remember.
Doesn't that sound like him, though? 456? Yeah, I think that does. We'll find out. Okay.
Well, I don't know, because they're starting to put tour dates out. So now I'm not sure if he'll be able
crap. Well, let us know one way or the other, Stefan.
Either when's
way.
The new album coming out? I want to know.
Yeah, love to have you. Okay, mailbag. Okay, so let's do 2 quick emails, and then we'll do physical mail. Yeah, live from the tour on the show. Yeah, he could call in live. You bet he could.
Sure, he can call in whenever he wants.
First one's from Mr. Music Biz Marty. Don't know who this is. Mark, I know your secret. You are not really Mark Sargent. You are, in fact, the actor Michael Keaton. Okay? You guys have the same hairstyle, same eye color. You just need to get your hair to look more fancy. You both have the same aging lines or are very similar. I am on to you, Michael. You troll as a flat earther in your spare time. I get the joke. It's funny. As for the voice, you are a gifted actor. You can change your voice to a nicer, softer tone. Oh, thank you, by the way. That's a compliment. And if wanted to cover up some aging lines on your face could easily be done via makeup, it's not hard to change your appearance into someone else. Wow. Yeah, I know. Michael Keaton. Yeah, Peanut says I'm no Michael Keaton. That is absolutely right. I'm not. But thank you. I appreciate I'm going to take that as a compliment. Most people do like an older Bill or a younger Bill Murray nowadays. But I'll take Michael Keaton, sure. The other one is from Eric. Mark, I was talking to my son about 8 p.m. yesterday. It said something about P. Diddy going to the other side of the earth. By the way, we're not going to talk about P. Diddy tonight because nothing happened. I could see his eyes rolling as he said, Dad, you know the earth is flat. We talked for almost an hour. He did not know who you were, or Rob Skiba, or Eric Dubay, or anyone. He said he was at Warren Dunes State Park and he could see Chicago 60 miles away across Lake Michigan in 2017. He said the math didn't add up. I didn't think he could do math. Ha, it's funny. I sent him some links to your videos. I was wondering how many people really believe the lies of the elites. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Eric Miller. Thank you, Eric. Great. Good stuff. Okay, mailbag, real fast. Let's get to this. So I got 2. Thank you, Christian Vegas, for sending me even more stuff. So let's get the obvious out of the way. Invisible Rainbow by Arthur Furstenberg.
Oh, I have that book.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Cool. That's actually a good book.
All right. Where Did the Towers Go? Evidence of Directed Free Energy Technology by Judy Wood.
Oh yeah, you can get mixed reviews on that book.
That's a thick book. That is a heavy book. That's like a 3-pound book. Sasquatch Legend Meets Science by Jeff Moldrum.
Oh, I know Dr. Jeff Moldrum, yeah. He thinks that they're relic hominids though, and I don't think that's what they are.
Yeah. Secrets of Freemasons by Michael Bradley. Most of the time when it's this well done with this highly polished, it's usually done by the Masons themselves. Very clever, those Masons. They put out a lot of their own books, which is like Secrets of the Freemasons. They give away just some teasers so you can join. But the guy I wanted to focus on just briefly here was the 3 books by Kevin Trudeau, which he bought. Kevin Trudeau. First one, Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About, updated edition. More Natural Cures revealed. And by that time, he was a New York Times bestseller. Kevin Trudeau, The Weight Loss Cure They Don't Want You to Know About. And if you're wondering if there's a theme there, I was kind of curious. It's like, wow, I've never heard this guy. He's not related to Justin Trudeau, but I looked him up on Wikipedia. I sent Karen the link if she wants to. I want to mention this really fast. American author, salesman, and television personality known for promotion of his books and resulting legal cases involving the FTC. His late night infomercials, which promoted unsubstantiated health, diet, and financial advice, earned him a fortune, but resulted in civil and criminal penalties for fraud, larceny, and contempt of court. In 2007, he was accused for grossly misrepresenting the weight loss cure they don't want you to know about. In settlement, he agreed to pay $500,000. And he's like, oh, I'm not even going to slow down for $500,000. So in 2011, after he breached his 2004 settlement, they hit him for $37 million. And then in 2013, facing consequences for not paying the $37 million, he was filed for bankruptcy. And then in 2014, he was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. And
Wow.
the judge threw the book at him and they said, why'd you give him a full 10 years for this? He's going, this guy is deceitful to the core. Just want to mention really quick. So most likely to succeed from a Catholic school in 1981, right? He immediately started writing bad checks, impersonating a physician, stealing credit cards. He pleaded guilty to 11 counts of credit card fraud. Oh my God, the guy was just, so yeah. Sorry, Christian, you bought all these books, but yeah, this guy was an absolute piece of work. So don't judge a book by its cover, kids. See what I did there?
Right. Very good.
And DVDs, I just thought of that. That's weapons grade clever right there. Okay, let's go through some DVDs. There's a mixed bag here. Okay, Halloween, the original, one of the finest horror movies made back in the day, followed by Cloud Atlas, not one of the finest movies, followed by Chasing Bigfoot, The Quest for Truth, followed by one of the worst movies of all time, After Earth, by Will Smith and his son. That was the vehicle. Will Smith bought his son a movie. And it's like, maybe I can get him into Hollywood. Nope. That didn't happen. Pacific Rim.
They put a dress on him instead.
Yeah, exactly. Pacific Rim, sci-fi movie. Kaiju Dialects. Special by Doctor Who. That's a BBC production.
The Daleks. Oh, the Daleks. That's from Doctor Who.
Yep. Awesome.
I know all about the Daleks now.
And then we got Red Dawn, the remake.
Destroy.
He sent me every season on
Terminate. Sorry.
Karen, you get bonus points for being a Whovian. That's awesome.
Well, my daughter started watching it, and I just watch it with her sometimes, and it's the cheesiest show I've ever.
It is. But
so funny,
I dug it. I watched everything up until recently when they changed the writers. He sent me every season on DVD of The Walking Dead, every season of Knight Rider with David Hasselhoff. Peanut gets a thumbs up for that. Oh, we're not done yet, Peanut. Every season of The Partridge Family.
Wow.
That dates you.
Come on, get happy.
Every season of The Dukes of Hazzard.
Wow.
And last but not least, every season of Three's Company. Come and knock at our door. We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah. Wow. I've seen every episode of that show.
I know, me too. And just for bonus, he threw in a single one, which was, this was kind of weird. I didn't know. Marilyn Monroe, Hometown Story, one of her early movies. It was done in 1947. She was 21. I'd forgotten how early she started her movie career. She started
Wow.
right after World War II. So there you go. That's mailbag for you. No Airwolf. No, there was no Airwolf in here, and you'd think there would be some. Okay, meetups. Let's punch through these. Hi, Mark and Karen and Master Gunner. Next meetup will occur this Saturday, April 6th from 6:30 to 9 at the Goat Tap and Eatery. That's 1303 Essex County Road, number 22, Suite 190, Bell River, Ontario Province in Canada. Wow, that is a long address. You guys are going to have to probably play that back a couple times. You can RSVP Jesse by emailing him at 300kmileprius@gmail.com or calling him at 781-857-9175. Other meetups, hopefully Karen's got hers on her list. The Flat Earth meetup and immolation ritual in New York will be April 8th with Zulu One, David Weiss, and the ashy remains of Alex Lowry and Nicole, because, there's not going to be many survivors up there. April 20th, Flat Earth Meetup in Minnesota. That one will be on my channel. And Flat Earth Meetup Las Vegas, April 21st. Okay, did I miss any on your side, Karen?
Flat Coast, Florida, April 14th. Jam in the Plane will be in June. And then there's regular meetups in Tucson, Las Vegas, and Cary, North Carolina. So check out the website, flatearthfestivals.com, under Flat Earth Friendly Meetups.
Groovy. All right. Let's get to the headlines, because we've got a bunch, and then we've got 2 Clown Worlds, and the Clown World will end with a expose you email. I will expose you blackmail email. Should be awesome.
Love it.
I love those. Which, by the way, is being done because I saw The Beekeeper, which I recommend because it's a revenge flick and you'll understand. All right, so let's start with TWZ. I'll talk about the bridge real fast. Not a lot of bridge follow-up, which is in itself interesting. This is from TWZ.com, not to be confused with TMZ.com. 2 of the fastest U.S. sea lift ships are now trapped by the Baltimore bridge collapse. The blocked entrance to the port of Baltimore has stranded a total of 4 cargo ships that are on call to support U.S. military operations. There's I did not realize these existed. Of course, they do in the military. The military has their own cargo ships, and these 2, well, a total of 4, they're not going anywhere for a while. So yeah, those guys are going to have to be.
So they got to clear the channel out.
Yeah, and that is going to take some time. And by the way, just the only follow-up I have on the bridge thing is that no news is some news, because the government, no one has said in any capacity, you know how the government loves to blame people for things. And that's, nope, it wasn't sinister in any way, shape, or form. Nope, it's an accident. Nope, we're not going to even talk about it. Media, don't run any stories on this, and they're not. So, which again,
that's interesting.
Yeah, which I would do. Because if you said anyone was responsible for this, it would create huge problems, because people say, wait a minute, there's huge chunks of our infrastructure that are vulnerable. Yeah, there are. Hopefully we won't find out on Monday. Okay, next one down. Forbes magazine. Let's go straight to space, shall we? Let's go to the eclipse. Let's talk about the eclipse, because you guys, I know, thank you for everybody that sent it to me so far. Why NASA will fire 3 rockets at the solar eclipse. This one's from Forbes. Karen talked about it yesterday on Coffee Talk. They're not firing them at the moon. They're not firing them around the moon. Remember, this thing's over in an hour, which, you know what, let's bring up, well,
actually like 2 hours. I was looking at how long it's like 2 hours.
No, it's an hour. It's over in 1 hour. Literally, you're forgetting about the time zone change. So the map here, I'll throw this one.
No, because I was looking at a time thing that was all in a local time, and it was about an hour long. I mean, 2 hours. Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, by the time it leaves, well, anyway, we'll talk about it more. So, I mean, the animation you can pull up. So what happens is, it's going to go through San Antonio, Texas first, Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Little Rock, Arkansas, Indianapolis, into Toledo, Cleveland. It's going to wipe that off the map. Erie, PA, Buffalo, New York is going to be a crater, and then Burlington, Vermont, and then the rest of Canada. We're pretty sure it's going to leave Canada and Mexico alone, even though it's going through the dead center of Mexico. But during this, yes, I always leave out Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Well, it is a mega center, Broken Bow. I know there's going to be millions of people there that live in Broken Bow. But yeah, all they're doing is they're firing rockets into the atmosphere to see what happens. It's just NASA showboating and spending money. That's all they're doing. Because they don't know what happens when the sun isn't giving full rays to the Earth, like, at night.
They said they want to study how temporary darkness affects the ionosphere or some BS like that. I don't know. It was
That's just
vague and
that's
lame.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of that very old George Carlin joke. He goes, forecast for tonight, dark, continuing dark until morning, where there'll be periods of partial light. The obvious.
Serpent deity. Okay, the space agency's project, Atmospheric Perturbations Around the Eclipse Path, which is APEP, is named after the serpent deity from ancient Egypt mythology.
I'm sure that is
nemesis of the sun deity Ra.
It's okay. One, Karen, it's probably a typo, and if it's not, it's probably fake news. I wouldn't think that NASA would try to time their rockets to any sort of Egyptian ritual in a dead language that could bring about zombies. That could bring about the revival of Imhotep. Okay, next one down. Where were we? Daily Mail? Yeah, Stargate Command. Yeah, Stargate Commando. Oh, while that's happening, yes, thank you for all the people to send me this one. CERN. This one's from the Daily Mail, but you can look this one up at anywhere. CERN is to test world's most powerful particle accelerator during the eclipse to search for invisible matter that secretly powers our universe. What could go wrong? He said, as how many times did I watch the Stephen King movie, The Mist? I watched that a lot. So, yeah, exactly. Peanut, CERN isn't in the path. So why do they care? Well, maybe because they're in the middle of doing a ritual. They're trying to wipe out America. So this is part of the ritual. Combine all these things with the red heifers, even though they're genetically modified. Again, I'm sure it'll be nothing. By the way, just so you guys know, if nothing happens on Monday, the Tuesday show literally be called Nothing Burger. But if something happens, well, then we'll see.
We'll see if there's a show.
Yeah, we'll see if there's a show. I've been assured that Karen's safety is almost guaranteed on this one. So we should be fine. I mean, the chances of something happening are like, what, 1 in 3. Anyway, well, Peanut, look, there's only so many special requests I can send out there. And Karen scares me. So I can't say, plus you're in Broken Bow, because that's high on the list of the agency. Come on, Broken Bow. You could turn Broken Bow into molten glass, and most of the country would be like, the where now? Where the hell is Broken Bow? No idea. Okay, next one down. Solar eclipse. Oh yeah, speaking of which, let's talk about more about the hype that's going on. Niagara Falls has already declared a state of emergency already. On March 29th, they did this. More than a week in advance. It seemed like you're jumping the gun a bit, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what makes you so special? Really? State of emergency?
Well, actually, I could see, because Niagara Falls is already a tourist destination, why people would be like, oh, let's go there during the eclipse over the falls. Like,
throw ourselves over.
Yeah.
Where you get really high, take a whole bunch of drugs and then just stand on the edge and like, oh, my hand, honey.
I mean, I could see how people might want to go there, especially.
Yeah.
It's kind of a touristy place already, so.
Yeah, you got a point. You know what? And again, yeah, every school in the path of totality is closed. Every university.
Well, there won't be another eclipse in the US for 20 years, so,
It's true.
Take advantage.
All right, CNN.com. Let's just go generic space. Polar ice is melting and changing the Earth's rotation. It is messing with time itself. And of course, that shot there, which is wonderful. One, because it's pretty sure it's upside down. And
Yes.
there's stars in the background. Where did you get this shot? I didn't even know what composite you used to make that up. Yeah, so they're saying that the climate change is going to, of course, this is not a news story. It's going to change the speed of the Earth. And if you change the speed of the Earth rotation, then you're actually going to screw with the clocks. Sure it is. Look, we already have leap year. So next one down, Guardian.com. We can finish this. Yeah, we can finish this before
Nonsense.
the what?
Nonsense. Usually when you read these articles about it screwing up time, it's like an immeasurable amount of time, like it's nanoseconds they're talking about.
Right. Right.
So it's just another BS story.
Here's another BS space story for you. Scientists call for protection of moon sites that could advance astronomy. Fears raised that prime lunar locations for universe unraveling instruments are in danger from an imminent wave of human activity.
Right.
Okay. So, because we've been sending a lot of people to the moon since 1972. Wait, I can count on one hand how many people we sent since 1972. That'd be a big fat zero. Zero people we've sent since 1972. So where is this wave? Because SpaceX, because you think Artemis is going to send people? No, they can barely send probes and fake that footage. They are scared to death of faking people on the moon footage. I don't even know. I have said this a million times. You could give me a truckload of money. I could not do it. I could not come up with a way of doing it that is flawless. Can't do it. Even the video of Kate recently, we don't have that segment anymore this week, but even that recent video of Kate now is being disowned by certain image services. They're saying, yeah, we can't really guarantee what's happening there in that movie. It doesn't matter because 95% of the people bought it. Yeah. I saw the earthquake that rocks Taiwan. I got nothing yet. Not sure. That would be well, that isn't something we would do. We'll look into it. We'll see. We'll see how that fleshes out. See if there's any tsunami warnings before the end of the show, we'll let you know. Okay. Yeah, so that's a bunch of crap. Imminent. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Because the next one down, finance, yahoo.com, if I'm not mistaken. Elon Musk. Oh yeah. Every time he opens his mouth, it's a freaking headline. Does not matter what he says. It's a freaking headline. Elon Musk says almost anyone can afford a $100,000 ticket to Mars by working and saving. Sure. That opening statement is just ludicrous, really, because you can pocket $100,000 for an individual ticket. That's 1%ers per people.
And if you could, how many people are going to waste it on a ticket to freaking Mars?
Yeah. Yeah. Why? Yeah, exactly.
Folks.
Yeah. Why? And again, making the assumption that Mars is a destination, even though no people have even claimed to have gone to Mars, and you're not going to go, even if you could go, until you solve the fuel problem, which you can't. Can't be done. Impossible to do. So, yeah, it's a one-way trip, even if you could go. So good luck faking it like Capricorn 1. Okay, enough of Elon. Piece of crap. We have time? How many do we have left? Oh, yeah, good. We can end on this one before we go to break. Space.com. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's a fitting one before we go to break. Artemis astronauts will carry plants to the moon in 2026. Plant growth study is one of the 3 experiments that Artemis 3 astronauts. Remember, Artemis 2 hasn't even happened yet, right? And they're already talking about Artemis 3. First astronauts to land on the moon in more than half a century will set up a lunar mini greenhouse if all goes according to plan, which it wouldn't.
Right.
You're not going anywhere. Artemis 2, again, Artemis 2 hasn't even done a test run yet. Not really. And yet you're already talking about Artemis 3. You know what?
2026.
The what?
This says to be deployed by astronauts on the moon surface on Artemis 3 mission 2026.
Yeah. At this point, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm rooting for the eclipse to turn into a Death Star and just start carving up the middle of the United States. I am. And Miss Karen, of course.
No, we don't want innocent people to be hurt, Mark.
Anyway, let's go to break, and then when we come back, we'll do Lucky, Unlucky, and Clown World, and whatever, and then we'll take your phone calls after that. I am sure a few people are going to be talking about the eclipse. Well, I'd like to know. You know, if you call in, tell me where you're going to be for the eclipse, because there are plenty of cities you don't even have to do anything. You just wake up, go out your balcony, and look into oblivion. Karen, the music.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's really, really muffled. It's almost like your microphone's not picking it up. Do you have your mic gain turned down? Oh, wait a minute. Are you not running two mics? Oh, yeah, you are. Only one mic's in camera. What's different from last week?
Mike's picking it up, but you're not actually broadcasting it to us.
All right, I'll be right back.
There are some exciting new features on the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app.
Can you hear it?
Our new Profiles module allows you to create a personalized wall with as much or as little information as you like. Connect with other blue dots anywhere across our amazing Flat Earth plane. Share your favorite images, videos, and stories on your wall. Search for other blue dots by using keywords or by name. You never know who you might meet. Add friends to your Flat Earth circle. Keep track of your friend requests and invites from others in the Request tab. See what your friends are up to and interact with them. In the Edit section of your profile, scroll down to the Search Terms for Your Profile section and add in all of your hobbies and talents, so other blue dots can connect with you. From any group chat, long press on the comment to directly link to that user's profile. From a one-to-one chat, click the info button on the upper right to see your options. Invite them to be in your circle of friends. With the simple swipe to the left, you can now mute notifications for selected groups of your choosing. Our images section has gotten a big upgrade. You can now use keyword searching to bring up all of the images that you're looking for. No more scrolling and hunting. We plan on adding thousands of more images as we get them from blue dots across the plane. If you are seeing this video, it's time to update your app and find your tribe.
Yeah, I heard the commercial.
Join me, Karen B, every moon day at 9:30 a.m. for Coffee Talk on YouTube, Rumble, and Rockfin. You never know what you'll learn about in the coffee shop. Open topic and open phones, y'all. Join me.
Every moon day.
Right? You hear it now, right?
I can hear the voices. I can't hear the music.
Is my voice low?
No, it's not that bad. I mean, it's normal.
Is sound okay? Is it okay now? Tell me now before we come back.
No, not.
No?
No, the music is not being picked up by your however
it's being filtered out.
Yeah, is Joe Jackson on? Tell me when Joe Jackson stops.
I had an update and shit's all fucking screwy.
Tell me when this is over.
All right.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 2 of 4. It's you, me, the always wonderful Karen B, sometimes Peanut, and yeah, that was Joe Jackson stepping out from his album.
Night and Day.
Yep, even though I couldn't hear it because we got some sound update problems so that I can't hear music on my side. You guys apparently can hear music. Chat room can hear music. I can't hear music, which is both good and bad because, you know, it all comes down to timing. Okay, so where do we leave off? We left off lucky unlucky. Space is crap. Elon's an idiot, and the eclipse will doom us all. So, we'll wait to see how that goes. Okay, so lucky unlucky, we got a bunch because, as you know, we're never going to get shut out on this segment ever. And thank you to everybody that sent it to me. I realized that now that we've been doing this segment for a couple of years, most of the people that I mean, yes, the high profile people are unlucky, they don't make it, but there are a ton of people that are vaccine problem people. I gotta be careful what I say. Okay, let's go to lucky unlucky. First one is going to be from BBC. Okay, now this one, by the way, has nothing to do with anything as far as shot in the arm, but he's by far the most high profile because if you followed any of the Boys series, there was a spinoff called Generation V. And one of the actors, a British actor named Chance Perdomo, British American actor, he died in a motorcycle accident. So that's going to screw with the writers something terrible because now, luckily, the season hasn't officially started for Gen V. So they can write him out fairly quick and write in his death, and definitely going to write that into the series. But we don't know where he died. We don't even know if he was in the States, but he was 27 years old. Born in Los Angeles, but he grew up in Southampton. And a lot of people didn't know who he was until he got into The Boys. And now, because the British, the American producers grab all the best actors, and he was very, very good. So sorry to hear the Chance Perdomo. I'm going to be curious when this thing finally comes out, how that rolls out. Yeah. But he is neither lucky nor unlucky. He's just one of those things. Kind of reminds me of, do you remember the new Star Trek, the guy from Scotty, Anton, whatever? Yeah, the guy who played Chekhov. Yeah, the guy that played Chekhov. He was driving up to his house in Beverly Hills or something like that, and got out of his car to open the gate, and the parking brake came off, and the car pinned him to his gate, and he died. It was awful.
Really?
Yeah. So when that happens, or kind of like the snowplow version of
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner, only in Beverly Hills. Kind of like that, where every once in a while you'll get again motorcycle accident. If you're a Hollywood guy, yes, Skynet. I would not. If I was an producer, or I'd write that in the contract. No motorcycles. You can buy all the supercars you want. No motorcycles. All right, next one down. CNN.com. This one's weird. And Karen, look at this image of this girl. I swear, I don't know what kind of filter she's using on the shot. It's like, okay, this is what they're using. It's like, that is absolutely not.
I was going to say, she looks freaky.
Yeah, this is a filter. Look at the background. It's like it's a combination painting and something else. I know there's a million filters out there.
Her eyes are huge.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not a normal.
It's like cartoony.
But almost has nothing to do with the story. So it's like, why'd you use this shot? FDA approves new drug that may help stop a rare fatal condition that doctors call a ticking time bomb. Drama much? When doctors told Katrina Berry that she had a rare and serious condition called, is it blood related? Pulmonary arterial hypertension. Yeah. They warned her not to Google it. That's weird. Yeah. So anyway, they released a new drug that may help her with that. And all the other rare people that have that particular rare blood thing. Sure. Why not? Next one down. Fox News. Vontae, and by the way, I got this from a lot of people. I know a lot of people, you guys don't watch football anymore, but sure enough, Vontae Davis, two-time NFL Pro Bowler, dead at 35. He retired in the middle of a game when he was playing for Buffalo. He, back in the day, he played for 10 seasons. The NFL, retired in the middle of the game while he was a member of the Buffalo Bills. Lucky for him that he retired back then, but he died suddenly. They found him in his home gym. Somebody just, cause of death not immediately known. They say, hey, Vontae, you okay? Why are you lying on the floor there? And so we're not going to probably know about that for a while. But yeah. Unlucky. Next one down. BBC.com. Now, if you don't play games, this one's probably not going to mean much to you. But by far, the biggest Twitch streamer. If you guys don't know what Twitch is, it's a platform where a lot of people broadcast their games. They make money by getting kids to watch them play games instead of the kids actually playing games themselves. No one was bigger than this guy, Ninja. And he's still doing his stuff. Twitch's biggest gamer shares cancer diagnosis. This is kind of weird. So posting on X, the 32-year-old Fortnite gamer, who was playing a lot of stuff before Fortnite, who had 19 million followers on Twitch, said a mole removed from his foot was found to be cancerous. That's odd. He said a second dark spot on his foot was also being checked, and though shocked, he was grateful to have hope that the cancer was found early. He is urging others to get regular checkups. So yeah, I've never even heard of a story where somebody had a mole on their foot. Must have been a heck of a mole. Or it must have been painful. I've seen people with stuff on their face, stuff on their shoulders, stuff on their torso or their legs. Never heard of one on their foot. So yeah, what this reminds me of was the biggest Minecraft player. Remember Technoblade? Remember that guy? Remember me talking about that guy?
What happened to that guy? I forget what happened to him.
It was weird, Karen. He goes into the doctor for just a routine thing. They gave him a shot in the arm for something. Then his arm, his shoulder started swelling up. And then his whole arm turned red. And they said they were going to have to take off his arm. He's like, "Can you save the arm?" And they said, "Well, we might be able to, but you know, what if it spread?" And they tried to save the arm and he died. And that was it. He was like 26. Yeah, his channel's still out there. He made tons of videos and millions and millions of hits. But yeah, he was the world's biggest Minecraft player. Most famous Minecraft player. So anyway, Ninja, we'll have to see what happens to him. Next one down, out of Australia. South Australian basketball great Greg Ulbrich dies after collapsing on the court. So he was 51, and like a lot of athletes, you play in the older guys league. And he was playing at a seniors men's match at Morphett Vale Stadium in Adelaide. And he just dropped on the court. So yeah, he was very big in Australian basketball. Honestly, I did not know Australia had a big basketball league, but apparently that was the thing. Yeah. His son also plays in the basketball league down there. I'm gonna have to watch one of those. All right, next one down. It's from Music Times. And we're going to jump between lucky and unlucky. Nicki Minaj postpones New Orleans concert. Rapper still sick after Rolling Loud, California. She felt she had COVID after her sold-out performance in California last Friday, March 15th. And for some reason, she's pulled out. Due to doctor's orders, she must reschedule her show. As Nicki is still sick, our team does not want to run the risk of getting others sick, whatever. And Nicki will not be able to give the show they deserve. Yeah. So she's postponing stuff. Maybe she's not on the exempt list. I'm beginning to wonder how many people are actually on the exempt list, or are they just kind of like, yeah, you know what? Like they weren't that strict on it. It's like, yeah, if they make it, they make it. If they don't, we don't care. Next one down. Fox Sports. Pistons forward Azur Thompson to miss remainder of the season with. What's he going to miss the rest of the season with, Karen?
Blood clot.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood clot.
Blood clot.
Wonder what happened.
Weird. Baffling.
It is. It is baffling. I'm glad the doctors caught it, the coach said. Yeah, you think? He was sidelined he'll be with a strained right hamstring. Yeah, has nothing to do with the blood clot at all. Because the doctors, when you see a blood clot, the first thing you would do is clear them to play. Blood clots are no joke. Absolutely no freaking joke. All right, but he's lucky. You know what? Good for him. Next one down. Is this the expansion faiths leaders? Yeah. This is from Mississippi Today. Probably the first time we've used Mississippi Today. Pastor urging lawmakers to expand Medicaid. There's some irony here. Rushed to the hospital after collapsing at the Capitol. Yeah, minister collapsed at the Mississippi State Capitol on Wednesday while standing with fellow clergy members pleading the lawmakers to expand Medicaid coverage to some of the state's poorest residents. The Reverend Darrell McGee, senior pastor at St. Thomas Missionary Baptist Church in Bolton, was carried away from the building by ambulance after experiencing a medical emergency. Yep, that qualifies for shot in the arm bingo. Medical emergency. Terms that I never thought would become commonplace when I was growing up are now everywhere. And they halted the press conference while they carried him off. Yeah. Everyone hugged each other, wiped tears from their faces, apparently. Next one down. From the UK, young Scots beauty queen dies suddenly as devastated loved ones paid tribute. Heartbroken friends and family have launched as that advertisement pops up. No, I don't want to see the advertisement. Memory of Jade Lee Leigh Hunt, who won Miss Galaxy Scotland. I didn't know that that just confuses me. That why not just Miss Scotland? Because apparently they have different pageants. So there she is, looking kind of vaguely like Miley Cyrus's sister or cousin. She was 35. Do we know anything else? Nope. I got nothing other than she took a bunch of selfies. Yeah, beauty queens do that. Nope. Boy, I have to hear one more time. She had an infectious smile. Yeah, I get it. Beautiful people. Okay, next one down. This is from another one from Britain. Andy Murray, so he's one of Britain's best tennis guys. In fact, I think currently, well, he's always been there. His opponent, Matteo Berrettini, nearly collapses in a very worrying scene at Miami Open. So I scroll down. Yep, he looks a little rough. He was set to serve. Oh, he had the ball. Set to serve. He was down 5-2, bounced the ball with his usual setup, and then all of a sudden he starts wavering. What could it be? You know what I think it was, Karen? I think it was the heat of Miami. I think it was just too hot. And he got dizzy and almost collapsed on the court because, he just wasn't in peak physical condition. I wasn't used to the heat. Being from, Italy.
Right.
Where it's never hot. Ever.
Right.
Okay. Next one down. How are we doing? We're doing good. TMZ, the finest journalism in the world. Joe, is that Flaherty? Happy Gilmore, Freaks and Geeks star, dead at 82 after normally I wouldn't have put this in there. 82 is 82, but it was a brief illness, which meant came on suddenly. And passed away Monday after a brief illness. She didn't disclose what ailment he was battling or exactly where he was when he died. No further details were shared. Yeah.
Oh, he was the guy in Happy Gilmore who was
Jackass.
heckling Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh,
Yep.
that's too bad.
Yeah.
That guy was funny.
He was funny. All right, next one down. This one's not going to get national news. Youth soccer player, not going to see his face, dies after collapsing during a game in Missouri, Waynesville, Missouri. His name was Ken Taylor. He died after an incident occurred during the game. Yeah, soccer player. Playing soccer at the park, and they took him to the hospital where he was declared dead. I'm sure he was dead right then and there. And because of the student's death, all soccer games were canceled on Friday and Saturday. Yep. Officials said it is not immediately known what caused. How old was he? Like 15, maybe?
That's what I was trying to figure out. I couldn't see in here where it says how old he is.
No. Well, I mean, if they say youth, it's got to be under 16, right? Not immediately known what caused his death, other than it was related to a medical emergency. God, Karen, it's been so long since I've read medical emergency.
Right.
I almost forgot how to say it. All right, next one down. ClemsonTigers.com. Probably the first time we've been there. Clemson mourns the passing of Red Rollman. Who was Red Rollman?
Reed Rollman.
What?
Reed.
Oh, sorry, Reed. Reed Rollman. Former Tiger baseball player, Reed Rollman, a two-time All-American, passed away in Florida. He was an outfielder and played under head coaches. He was 29. They give all his stats. And that's it. We got nothing. Just says he died. I got a funny feeling it's similar to some of the others we have read tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a guess. Call me crazy. Okay, we got one more, then we got 3 Clown Worlds. Last one before we go to Clown World. Okay, this one's just for you, Karen. Because as you know, they are trying to tie anything they can to heart attacks.
Yeah.
You want to read this one, Karen?
Bright outdoor light at night may increase stroke risk.
And this is from heart.org, right? This isn't a fringe site. Too much exposure to bright outdoor lights at night may increase a person's stroke risk. Like what? Outdoor baseball games? Like a sport?
That's what I'm thinking, like sports games
like
or
concerts?
Concerts, right?
I mean,
going out on the town.
I mean, yeah, if I do like, when I go to a rave and I see Deadmau5, I'm worried that the strobe effect may cause an epileptic seizure. I'm not worried about a heart attack or a stroke, or yeah, like Peanut says, all of Vegas. Basically, you wouldn't even be able to live in Vegas if this was the case.
Right.
Unfreaking real. You're just going to throw that out there. Previous studies have linked increased exposure to bright artificial light to the development of cardiovascular disease, which are conditions related to blood flow and arteries. That's so weird because we've been talking about blood flow and arteries for a while now. Research says their study is one of the first, don't you think, to explore the relationship between light at night and brain health. Oh, God. Unfreaking real. Again, Karen's shirt. The air is lava. You might as well do an updated version for 2024. The world is lava. Everything's
lava.
Everything is lava. Because that's what they're saying. Everything will kill you. Live in fear. Everything will cause a heart attack.
I was just gonna say, it's to just say, be afraid.
Be afraid.
That's all they want is for you to be afraid.
Everything. You might as well not even leave your house. Even if you do leave your house, you're not safe. Going to the kitchen, going to the fridge might cause a stroke. Hair blow dryer causes a stroke. Drinking water, breathing. Okay, let's do the 3 Clown Worlds. Okay, first one. Is this my favorite Clown World? No, it's not. But it is relevant. New York inmates sue to see the eclipse. Because what you probably didn't know was not only are they closing down all the schools and universities, but they're locking down the prisons. I heard on good authority, it's because if the inmates are in the yard, this term in the yard, right, doing their thing, when the eclipse happens, there is a high degree of probability they'll turn into reverse werewolves and take over the prison. Well, because normal moonlight would be normal werewolves, an eclipse with the moon would be a reverse werewolf.
I don't understand what reverse.
I don't know myself. It involves.
Is that like where you're werewolf all the time, and then when a full moon comes out, you turn into a man?
It's not pretty, Karen. It involves Greek metaphysics and some very complex spiritual math. But all I know is that they're really ticked off about this because it's like, hey, I want to see it. I want to see it. They haven't. Nothing interesting happens to those guys. Yeah, Peanut says you turn into a cat. What? Nothing happens to those guys, so they're like, we don't want to be in our cells. We want to see this damn thing. So hey, I don't blame them. They should be upset. But yeah, they're worried that this could be chaos because they'll take advantage of the guards in werewolf form. Okay, next one down. CNN.com. We got time. We'll make it. This one's kind of a bait and switch. Honestly, this is more of an advertisement. This is for CNN Business, right? Costco begins offering Ozempic prescriptions to some members. Okay. Well, that's not a good sign. But when you scroll down, here's where it gets weird, right? You don't actually okay, so it talks about almost the bottom of the article. The cost of the medication is not included in the $179 3-month plan. So wait, you pay $180 to Costco. What do you get exactly? Right? You get a consultation, some pamphlets, and blah blah. Let's see here. Renewal 3-month program, right? Video consultation. You don't even get to talk to a doctor in person. With a weight loss doctor or specialist, a GLP-1 or weight loss prescription, if appropriate, and ongoing support through unlimited messaging and guidance with a healthcare provider. So for $180, you get basically jack. And what they say is the website that without insurance, GLP-1s can cost between $950 and $1,600 a month. I don't think it's gonna happen. Costco is never gonna give full-blown injections for $180 for 3 months. It's never ever gonna happen. It's great, a little advertising though for Costco. So whatever. All right. That's America Clown World, because only in America would we start doing that. Right. Remember, Weight Watchers is completely endorsing Ozempic now. They've actually bought stock. Weight Watchers is like, no, eat less.
They've just given up on having people do anything to actually change their habits or improve their eating or exercise or any of that. No, screw that. Just inject this. And they just want people to be relying on injections for everything. Everything's going to have an injection.
Yep. I know. America. God, I love you. But you know what? If it gets carved up next Monday, I'm not going to weep for you. Not really. Already said my piece. All right. Last but not least, I want to read to you. Karen doesn't have this on screen. I want to read to you. You know what? I'll paste this into. No, I'm not going to paste it in. I'm just going to read it. I got a what'd you call it? I will
expose you.
I will expose you email. Now, this wasn't directed at me. This is for older people that click on, and again, this is part of the beekeeper plot, which is, you click on the wrong thing and it says, oh, your computer's locked. Call this 800 number, right? No, I got an email, which my computer wasn't locked, but I want to read this to you. It's one of the finest I will expose you emails ever. It's going to take a couple minutes. We'll go to break right after this. Ready? Didn't even address me by name. You probably won't like what you're about to read. I gained control of your devices thanks to your predilection for porn sites. What that means to you is that I can see everything that happens on your screen and in front of your screen. If you doubt it, then don't read any further into this letter. I'm not wasting my time on you either, and I'm just going to post all this crap with you on every possible website and social networks and send it to all your contacts. I made a copy of your most interesting files. I also have the contact addresses you use most often. I have your browsing history. I have ... everything I need. It's like Liam Neeson reading this to me. At first, I wanted to delete all content from your devices and forget about it. But I took a look at the sites that you regularly visit and I changed my mind. I'm talking about sites with all kinds of nasty stuff on them. After a while, I had an idea. I took screenshots of website pages where you spend your time alone. Then I took screenshots of you satisfying yourself using the camera on one of your devices. By the way, I had to wait for you to successfully to get in the camera lens. But it was worth it, and it will impress to all your acquaintances and regular people on the internet. To cut a long story short, I'll make you a deal. You wire me the money, and I'll delete all that shit about you, and we'll forget about each other. $1,999 USD is fine with me. Although at first I wanted a larger amount. Payment only in Bitcoin to my wallet, without spaces. Here's the address, right? I'll give you 2 days from now to pay. I told you what happens if you don't pay. I don't give an F. It's up to you. And don't hold a grudge. Everybody's got a job to do. I almost forgot. You can see some pics and info about yourself here at sendspace.com. And it gives an address. I didn't click on it, obviously.
Oh my goodness.
And one piece of advice from me for the future. Don't leave your phone unattended. Seriously, think about it. He didn't sign it. Okay. First off, the joke's on you, man, because I don't use my phone to watch porn. All right. I'm all about the widescreen, baby. I don't. Why?
Yeah, Mark is single. He can just put it on the big screen.
Yeah, why the hell would I ever put porn on my phone? That is just silly. That's how he blew it. That's how he blew it in the end. It's like, so stop watching porn on your phone. It's like, dude, I don't even browse the internet at all on my phone, let alone.
Mark doesn't even reply to texts.
I know. Let alone
Seriously.
watch gay black dwarf porn.
By the way, Stefan says yes for 456.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. That's basically it. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go to break. I'm not reading that, Peanut. I'm not doing it. Because that's an insult on your part to me and my genitalia. That's gross.
Oh my God.
I know, right? So rude. Okay, we're gonna go to break. When we come back, we're gonna take your phone calls. Karen, the music. I'll get you. Yeah. Absolutely cannot hear any music, by the way. Yeah, Peanut can't hear any music either. Just so you know. I wonder what's changed. I'll probably have to cut out these dead spots from my my version because now I'm not even gonna hear commercials.
Just fill it with the random keyboard sound.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if that'll work.
Have 70s porn music.
Yeah, here, I'll post this into Strange World Live. And then where's the end of it? There it is.
Do you guys hear this yet?
No.
Okay. Fuck. Why? What happened? What changed? What did they do?
Turn up your gain on your mic.
The more you order, the more you
There
save.
it is. What'd you just do?
Seasonings that go great on your homemade
went into
guacamoles
audio
and
settings in Zoom and I was,
quesadillas
like,
or
trying
whatever you
different
like.
ones.
They are the
That's
bomb.
it.
Season
Okay,
your meat
sweet.
with it. Season everything with it. Go get it. Keep it flat.
All right, sweet. Eat my salsa.
sneaks, tip up the beat, 33.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 3 of 4. It's you, me, the always wonderful Karen B, sometimes Peanut. And yeah, this will obviously be my last show until I'm arrested for some sort of atrocious porn-related thing. Because, you know, you heard what he'd do if I didn't succumb to his demands of $1,999. Why would you say $1,999? Of all the things, it's like you're not buying a freaking flat screen. You don't have to sell it to me. Oh, that's much cheaper than like 2,000. Whatever. All right.
Somebody in chat was asking if the time between eclipses was really 6 months or 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days, and it's not really. It's 6 years, 7 months, 18 days.
Right.
I don't think that's really the same. It's like people get creative with their numbers. They're like, I gotta make it say 666. So like they took 1 month and they like cut it off and then they put 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's cheating. Isn't that cheating?
That is cheating. It is. Oh, well, come on. All right, let's talk about this just for a minute before we start picking up phone calls, which is, look, Karen talked about the Nineveh thing during Coffee Talk, which is, yes, 2 of the 7 Ninevehs will be blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones will be 90 to 95%, with exception of, I think, Virginia. And Virginia, I think, is an 85 to 90%. I can't remember exactly. It is unusual, but yes, people jumped on this. So it's like, oh, the Ninevehs are going to be blacked out. It's like, no. Most of them will be almost blacked out, but not totally blacked out. So, but yeah, we'll find out. Again, this is why the show is called The Hour of Uncertainty, because again, for me, the whole thing, I'm pretty sure it's over in an hour, because it literally travels. Again, please, Karen, if you haven't pulled up the animation, run it. Yeah, run that sucker in slow motion. I mean, it hits the San Antonio at 1:35 Central, and it hits New York by 3:25 Eastern. So that's only 1 hour difference. So you're literally, it is over in an hour, because it changes time zones from Central to Eastern. It's traveling at the average speed is like 1,800 miles an hour. So yeah, it's ripping through. Which is why I joked that it's going to be traveling twice the speed of sound. So if that Death Star beam, you'll see it. You're never going to hear it. So that's the good news. It's not going to be shock and awe. It'll all of a sudden be like, hey, what's that in the distance? Zap. And it'll be over. So yeah, the whole thing's over in an hour. That's why it's called the Hour of Uncertainty. Which is literally.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, the NASA map here, I'll drop that in your thing again. Even though I shouldn't endorse the NASA map, but they did a pretty good job with the map. I'll give them that, because it even shows how the thing's getting more elongated as it goes through Maine. It leaves Maine at 4:35, or it goes into Nova Scotia at 4:35 ADT, which is, again, then it changes time zones to Atlantic. A lot of people don't know that part of Maine is an Atlantic time zone, which is an hour ahead of Eastern, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. There is that one little bit.
One little bit. Yeah, weird. And Hawaii and Alaska has got their own thing going and whatever. So we'll see. Again, so Tuesday, the show may be called Nothing Burger. Could be called Something Burger. I don't think again, you guys want I've gotten a lot of emails. I'll just end it right here. Do I think that something biblical is going to happen on Monday? No, I do not. Do I think that the United States is Mystery Babylon? You know what? I kind of go along with that. Sure. We're a weird country, and a lot of people look up to us. And if we fell, oh yeah, there'd be a lot of very, very upset countries about that. Do I think there could be something false flag that happens on Monday? Yeah, maybe. Sure. It's what I would do. But then I've been wrong before. I've called out countries before. It's like, hey, do it. Now's your shot. No, nobody does anything. I am curious about the Taiwan earthquake, though.
So what happened with the Taiwan earthquake?
Oh, Taiwan's gone. It's total loss. No,
Shut up.
No,
are you serious?
No. What was it? Peanut, a 7 point what? 7.5? 7.2? 7.2. It's all right. If you were in Los Angeles, you'd be like, 7-2. I wouldn't even skip work for 7-2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see if that pads in to Peanut would normally flag me down. Yeah, we'll see if Japan gets a tidal wave. Probably won't happen during the show though. That's going to take a while.
Oh, that's why Stefan said that, because when he replied about the thing, he says, I got a tsunami warning saying there was no tsunami threat to the West Coast. And I was like, why would he get a tsunami?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the kinetic energy, tsunami warning for the West Coast, it'd have to be pretty deep. And this, from what I understand, this was actually on the island.
Huh.
So, I'm sure it was nothing. Sure it wasn't China warming up. That'd be kind of fun. Who knows? Maybe they're getting ready for Monday. I'm fanning the flames here. I probably shouldn't. Okay, phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. You know, we might as well, Peanut, pick up that first one that's been on hold for longer than the show has actually been on air. Yeah, probably a good idea. All right. 469. Who's been on hold for, wait a minute. You've got two lines calling? No, how is she in twice? All right. Well, we'll see what happens when she hangs up the first time. She could be calling from the same phone and on hold. So she's tying up the same whatever. You know what? 469. All right. How'd you do it? You've been on hold for 100 minutes, 102 minutes, probably one of our longest ever. What's happening? Oh, don't tell me you're not there. Don't tell me you're just listening. Oh, that's disappointing. Really? You just called in to listen? All right. You know what? For that, I'm not going to try the other line. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. We'll hang up this one. And we'll pick up the other one.
It's so
469. She's probably jumping back and forth now. 469, are you there?
No. Hello?
Hi.
Good evening.
Hey.
Hello?
Yeah, I can totally hear you, man.
Oh my gosh. My composure was completely blown on the last news article. I was doing great until you got to the ransom deal.
Yeah, the ransom deal.
And Karen, it just completely blew it. I started laughing. It's like, I gotta chill out. Gotta chill out, man. This is my big chance. I'm gonna be on the show with you guys.
Well, how are you?
Very good in Dallas. We're in Dallas. We're going to see. We're going to be one of the first ones. Yes.
Sweet. That's awesome.
A question and a comment and a question. So I'm very new to the club.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Jan is in here in Dallas because I'm really interested to make a meetup. I'd really love to have a Dallas meetup.
Oh, Dallas has had, I mean, not only have we done Dallas meetups in the past, and you can do those anytime you want, but, you know, we did one of our big conferences was in Dallas back in 2019.
Well, okay, so, oh my gosh, see, I missed it. And what's ironic is I wanted to go, but I was going to go as a protester because at that time, I thought you guys were all lunatics. It's like, come on, man, look at the pictures. We've been to the moon. I mean, like, what is this all about? I was literally going to go down there as a protester, but as it was, I was working that weekend in something like that. I don't recall what it was, but so as it turns out, I was doing some research for the Nephilim, and you know, if you put that in there, you're going to get Rob Skiba.
Sure.
And so I watched that, and then I think one of the suggested videos was something about flat Earth. I said, "What are you talking about? Flat Earth? Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
And you know, Mark always says that. Don't open the door. You open the door, you're going to get hooked. It's going to be damned.
It's true.
And I did. I watched it. I said, no. And it was the firmament. That's what this was, the hook. And then so I said, okay, great. So the next one I watched the clues, but I didn't watch the movie. You know, like you can watch them strung together as one continuous video. I watched them one at a time. And remember you said about the algorithm. If you watch 20 things in a row, whatever, that's it. You're
right.
Done. You're going to start getting hits all the time.
Right.
And so that was it. I'm hooked. So since 2019, just after the Dallas show, I've been on board, man. And and I'm breaking all the rules of the club, man. Oh,
That's all right. That's all right.
I try to get the conversation. Well, I try to get to the conversation and talk about the firmament.
Yeah.
And of course, that's okay. You know, like they can deal with it. But then I've really opened up the door and I try to, you know, get in. Okay, so very, very quickly. The interview you did on, okay, so this was the one I do this when I drive to work because it takes an hour to go to and from work. So the interviews you do or the shows you do, they're perfect. So the last one you did, it was 423.
Yeah.
Who was the crew that you were talking to?
That would be the Clever Name podcast.
Clever Name, yeah. Same thing. I'm driving to work, dead silence. I just listened to you and those guys. You guys were having a grand time.
Yeah.
You got to the part about the if you drill past the center, does the dirt go upside down?
Wait, with the what?
I just lost it. Yeah. If you drill, okay, you're in the earth, right? You're drilling to.
Oh yeah. The drilling. Yeah. If you start drilling down. Yeah.
The dirt goes the opposite direction.
Yeah. That was.
I don't know. The whole thing.
Yeah, that was a new one.
Anyway,
I'd never heard that one, but
yeah,
thank you.
So anyway, thank you so much for letting me on the show. Like I said, I'm a newbie. I'm totally trying to learn it as fast as I can. Thank you, Karen, for doing all the conventions. I missed the one in Dallas. I'll try to get the next one. Mark, thank you for all the work you've done. And Peanut, I can't forget him. He's working whatever he does back there.
No, don't forget Peanut. He's important.
No, never forget him.
No.
Anyway, thanks, guys.
All right, thank you. Have a good one. See ya. Let's see if he hangs up both phone lines. By the way, he just reminded me of something. If you guys hadn't checked it out, I made a per listener request. It was actually a pretty good one. I had some fun with it. I hadn't listened to or watched Behind the Curve, you know, the hit piece documentary in some time. So I did my own cast member commentary of it. So I pulled it up on screen. I turned the volume way down. I put some huge watermarks on it, and I just hit play. No, one take. Just let it roll and talked for 100 minutes till it was over and put it up there, and there's no copyright issues. So if you guys want to listen to my real-time opinion of the movie while you're seeing it behind me and on screen, by all means, it's on my channel, and I hope it stays up there. I never even got a letter from who it was. And yes, I still stick to the fact that they hated us because I was looking through, Delta V Productions, Daniel Clark, the director. At no time, even though this was the most successful thing they had ever done, no time did they ever even consider a sequel to it. And it's like, well, yeah, a lot of people would have shut it down, but it's like, look, they could have made it happen. And they didn't even want to touch it. It's like, wow. All right, sure. Oh, and I also put up 2 other things for resources for you guys if you want to see it. If you want to listen to the Senate hearing clip where they shut us down, where they were of all the topics they brought up, they bring up flat Earth during the Senate hearing. That's on my channel. And I also brought up I isolated the YouTube programmer, the French guy, who was talking about, because people said, well, do you have that thing where he was mentioning if you watch 20 videos in a row, what do you think we're gonna recommend? Where he's talking about the algorithms, and even then it was wonderful because he was saying how back when when we came on board, they switched the algorithms from people to software, to where the software was recommending things automatically based on positive reinforcements. So when they were throwing videos at you, it's like, oh, hey, you want to watch a flat Earth video? Oh, you like that? Here's 2 more. Here's 3 more. You know what? We're going to recommend this to all these people. And we were recommended, he said, hundreds of millions of times back when this thing started. And they were going, wow, this algorithm works great. And then all of a sudden there's like, wait a minute, is this a good thing? Should we be doing this? Because it was all pro flat Earth videos. and like 90% of them were pro flat Earth videos, and all of a sudden there was this ethical thing that swept over them. It's like, what should we do with this? But anyway, those clips are on my channel as well, so check them out if you get a chance. Okay, let's go to
and then NASA started getting ratioed on YouTube.
Right. And then everything changed to where, okay, then they got rid of, they got rid of the scoreboard, and then they got rid of the dislike button. That changed everything. Why even bother liking something if there's no dislike button? They're
going to do that on Twitter too.
Probably.
Take away the likes.
Let's
Done it yet.
let's go to 505 in New Mexico because hey, oh, you know what? Now that the America's going to be carved up, you never know. New Mexico might be a beachfront. So, what's happening out there?
Totality or bust is my battle cry tonight.
Sweet. Way to go. Are you driving out to it?
Yes, that is the plan right now. With Kevin, who runs this flat Earth group that we have out here, and we're planning on possibly this town. It's right dead center, Lampasas. I think I'm saying that right, or Vanderpool, which is there's a big discrepancy between them, but there's plenty towns that are on that line in that central to southern, all the way down to Eagle Pass, and that's looking pretty good right now.
Got it. What kind of seasonings are you using?
What kind of what? Sorry.
Seasonings. No, I mean for your skin. I mean, I imagine you're put butter on your arms, then maybe some like a nice Italian rub or something like that. You know, for the big.
Well, sure, maybe some Chipotle. I think that would go good.
Ooh, that would be nice. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
I think.
Go ahead.
No, that first town, when I looked up the meaning of it, I think it does mean hot, spicy food, Lampasas. Yeah. So I think that would go in, especially in southern Texas there.
There you
go. By the border. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
anything you could suggest, I'll pack it along.
Well, I'll think about it.
I have my...
The cook time is going to be fairly short.
Planning on making...
So... You know, as long as like 4.5 minutes for some, but when you get up to the Northeast, it's like about 2 minutes. Really is going to depend on where you are more than anything.
How far do you have to drive to get to Totality?
For me, it's like, it's like 9.5 hours. I think it is.
You got a good
depending on if I'm going in the quickest way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how could you not try? Yeah, right? Especially how rare this is.
Last one for 20 years.
And Karen, and then Karen, for you, it's still Indiana right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be in Indiana.
Nice.
And I'm gonna be like towards the outside of the circle shadow. So I'm gonna bring my drone and I'm gonna have it up in the air, and I want to see if you can like tell the difference. See what it catches. You can like see the shadow going over the whole area.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what that shows. Wow.
Peanut's going to it, of course.
I'm sure you have. He's up in Broken Bow.
Yeah, he's gonna be a Broken Bow.
I was looking into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark, there's still time. You can crash any of our
tempting as tempting as it is, someone has to survive this. So I'm gonna be,
Remember, Mark is the leader of Flat Earth. So
yeah, I'm currently.
You have to make sure that he lives.
Yeah, I have to live.
Well, I could see that absolutely.
For the king,
like having the president and the vice president in one location. You can't do that.
Right. Yeah. There's a chain of command here. You gotta I've already been told. It's like you absolutely cannot go to this. It's like, why? What's gonna happen? No, nothing. Just don't go. Sure, it'll be fine. No, I know. No, I said it last week. The reason I'm not going is because martyr him? Really? That's what you say, Peanut? The focus, damn it. The reason I'm not going is because I don't trust the weather. Which is
yes.
I didn't want to make plans. Like, look, April 8th, anywhere north of Oklahoma, and you're risking it, especially New York. No offense to you guys up there, but it's like April 8th, it's a crapshoot. So I don't want to spend all that time and money and be like, oh, and then all of a sudden it's cloud cover, and then it just gets dark, it's light again, and there's no spectacle.
It still says partly cloudy, partly sunny for Monday, so we'll see.
Yeah. Again, I want zombies, reverse werewolves, and vampires. Want it all. Want the whole show. Whole song and dance.
I just decided to stop looking at the weather because it was driving me crazy. So I'm just hoping too, if it's maybe there's something cool that happens. I know it creates its own almost little fronts when it does go dark. So I've always heard that things can change, and I've noticed that even with the annular, that it could get a little hazy and when it does start getting cold. So maybe it reverse itself around. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Hey, well, I want to do some shout outs because I want to pick up one more before the break.
Absolutely. So I'm just wishing everybody a total unobstructed clear sky viewing wherever you may be, and get back safely and have a great time watching God's show here. And this is just an amazing, rare event. And shout out to Amy in Syracuse and everybody in Buffalo that's going there. And Jesse and Brittany, I think they just got married. Congratulations, they're going there. And of course, Jan in Dallas. It's coming right over your house, Jan.
Yep.
Okay. God bless you guys. See you, Mark. See you, Karen. Keep it flat.
Yep.
All right, take care.
Laters.
All right, 646. By the way, I'm wearing my if you guys missed it, I'm wearing my Bob Ross Happy Accidents.
Whatever.
No mistakes. Hey, what's happening?
Whatever.
What's happening, Alex?
Are you guys good? Everybody good here?
Yeah.
There's a question that we haven't asked and we need to ask. And it's like just dawned on me like 5 minutes ago. Somebody out there has the calculus and the nature to understand where this shadow is going across the continent that we live on, that we walk around on.
Yeah.
And no one's ever asked the question, who's feeding this information to the news sources to say where the total eclipse is going through? Who is that agency? Is there an agency that says this is where it's going? Who is it? Because that's where you want to go to find out who the fuckers are. They're the ones that fucking know where it's going. Like, nobody ever asked that. Nobody asked who knows where the damn path is going. Who is that one that feeds that to the news agencies? Please advise.
Well, there are. Well, in this case,
anybody.
Well, the eclipses are
anybody. Where does that? And where is it fed to the news agencies from a random dark shadow source?
No.
It's from a guy named Fred. His name's Fred Espenak. His nickname is Mr. Eclipse, and he uses ancient canons and ephemerides to calculate the times and dates of these eclipses. So he basically looks at the Saros cycle.
Find that guy and talk to him, Karen. Karen, don't we want to find that guy and talk to him immediately? Don't you think that's pretty urgent? Like, that's the guy that knows where the damn shadow's going. Everyone's like, why is the shadow going this way? How does he know that and the rest of us don't? Don't we want to find him and talk to him? It seems pretty important to me. Because, like, I've been thinking about this. I was like, all this doom goblin bullshit that's going on about, everything's going to change. Yeah, we got a new thing coming on here. Yeah, maybe we're going into the age of Aquarius, whatever. Who the fuck is this guy that says he knows exactly where the shadow is? And he's got the math perfectly. All the way across. Who's telling the news agencies that this is where it's going? We need to find that guy and figure out who's he talking to.
Well,
Seriously.
I hate
Why are we not doing that?
It's Fred Espenak, and he uses ephemerides.
Okay, Fred, if you're listening to this broadcast, fucking come on here and tell us how you have all this fucking genuine knowledge that you know how the shadow works versus the fucking node of the sun and everything else, the moon, everything else. Tell us, come on here, tell us, how the fuck did you find out? And then maybe talk to us. Maybe have a conversation with us so we're not having all this bullshit about a fucking eclipse that's doom goblin bullshit going on everywhere. I want to know, how'd you know that? How'd you know the angle of it? Especially if it's around a sphere. I suppose it's around a flat plane or whatever it is. Shadows going opposite where the sun's going. Yeah, I can see how that physics would work. But hey, Fred, if you're out there, if you're fucking listening, maybe you want to come on our show and talk to us because we're trying to fucking figure it out. Fred, are you out there? Are you out there, Fred?
I'm gonna miss Alex when he's turned into a chicken tender. Hey, Alex, he's not the only one, by the way, that that can do the math as Peanut.
Okay, anyone else? Who are the other people? I don't know. Who are the other people? Whoever's doing it, whoever knows it, I'd like to have them on here and be like, oh, how'd you fucking calculate that? You know, especially on a spinny ball thingy flying around. Oh, you calculated that with your little calculus with the rays of the sun. You know exactly how the shadow is going to run. You know exactly where it's going to run across the continent.
Right.
You know all this stuff. So maybe you want to talk to us because we're the ones actually fucking talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to know how you calculated your math and you knew exactly the path, where it's going, and how you figured it out. You hopeless motherfucker. Talk to us. I want to know.
All right.
I want to know.
All right, Alex. We will talk about this in the after show. I swear.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. See ya. And no, that guy's not the only one. It's like you said. It's you can, if you work out the math, you can of course do the eclipses. That was the whole point. And they've been able to predict eclipses for a long, long, long time, which is how you ruled certain peoples back in the day.
If you know how to read the data, you can figure it out too. I personally don't. I've looked at ephemerides. I've looked at those cannons, and there's just tables and tables of data.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at that shit.
I know. We'll do some. Yeah, and there's a link. Will you email that link to Alex, please? If you get a chance, the solar eclipse computer. Anyway, Karen, we got to go to a final break, and we'll come back. We'll pick up some more phone calls. Music, please.
All righty.
Where is the
Alpha 33, target is on property, approaching food trailer. Engage Delta 9. Roger. Alpha 33 descending.
Hey, I know you.
They might be listening.
CIA?
Maybe.
Aliens?
Probably.
Globalists?
Definitely. I may have already said too much.
We have what you need.
Really?
It's flat
I'm listening.
and round
Go on.
and delicious.
Tell me the secret. I see the truth in it.
I thought you might.
This truly is a special place.
Yeah, we like to think so.
Will you be here tomorrow?
We move around quite a bit.
Ah, a mobile command center. A strong strategy. I like where your head's at.
Anything else?
I was never here.
Package intercepted. Copy that, Alpha 33. Come on back, let's eat.
Long live Flat Earth.
Long live Flat Earth!
Welcome back to Strange World Part 4. It's you, me, the always lovely Karen B, and Peanut. And yeah, real quick, there's a last minute meetup, by the way. We're not last minute, but they said to mention this. And I will mention that, by the way, next show, at least to the survivors, we'll be broadcasting. Mark, will you announce a Southern Tier FE meetup Wednesday, April 10th, 2 days after the apocalypse, at 6 p.m. at the Deacon's Bench, Johnson City, New York? Yeah, you bet. And I might be able to, tomorrow I might be able to even build a trailer for it. So I don't have any contact information for that yet. I think it's from, or we'll just say it's Sally. I'm going to give out her email address. SM Campbell, that's SMCAMPBELL 1962 at gmail.com. I don't think I've ever done with her before. Hopefully she knows the rules. We'll figure it out. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, by the way, I was looking at the CNN. I don't know, Peanut's been following this. Some of the structural damage in Taiwan, significant.
Yeah.
Some of the buildings. I mean,
there's a bunch of crooked buildings.
Oof, that is not good. By the way, you want to see how a building naturally falls? There you have it. They just tip over and they don't crumble into nothingness.
They got like a bunch of leaning towers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yes, I know. Taiwan, the architecture probably isn't exactly top notch there. But still, it's something. We'll have to see. Well, tomorrow morning, I'll pop up the channels and we'll see what comes out of there. All right. Anyway, phone number to call is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. What do you think, Peanut? Missouri 417? Yeah.
By the way, Mark.
What?
I just want to say that the eclipse will run for about 2 hours and 20 minutes, but the time it's going to be over the United States is going to be 1 hour.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
58 seconds.
So
and then the rest of the time is over Mexico and Canada.
So
that's where the discrepancy was.
Good point. We'll end up splitting the credit. You see, because I'm USA all the way, I only care about America. I get it. It can blow a giant crater in the middle of Mexico, and I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. Let me know what happens when it gets to Austin,
That's
Texas.
because you're the white devil.
Oh, why? I never. What? We're America. We colonize stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I'm going to say that, Peanut. Jeez. No. Okay. You see it in Skype. No. And that's actually not far off because they do. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. We're going to go 417. 417, you listening? You talking? What's going to happen? Are you going to be at the eclipse? Turn down your radio. Turn down the podcast. Dude. 417.
Echo.
Now pitch hitting. Oh boy. I just woke him up. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Okay. Let's go to, we're going to go to 518. We're going to give him a heads up. 518 in New York. Jerome. What's happening, Jerome? Jerome's going to be at the eclipse.
Actually, no. I live in I say 85% of totality.
Oh, so you're
I'll
not
be in Albany. I was going to go to Erie, but yeah.
That's good because I can't.
No, that.
I would hate to think that you would turn into a black werewolf. I'd hate to see that. That'd be awful.
Man, that shit would be cool as fuck. Let me have it. Yo. Well, how you doing, Karen, Mark?
Good.
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah. That shit would be cool as hell. I don't care. But yeah, I was thinking about that bridge thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that's part of the Highway 95 corridor.
Yeah.
Running from Maine to Florida.
Yeah.
That was part of that. Can you imagine the detour bullshit that they're going through to get them through that damn part of the city?
Yeah. Yeah. Peanut was saying it's a big deal. Really big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a main that's part of a main thoroughfare.
Yeah.
And they just cut the country pretty much in a third.
Yeah.
You know, well, almost in half on the East Coast, as far as highways is concerned.
Yeah.
You know?
Strategically, it was pretty amazing. So
pretty damn good. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty good. They picked up I can't call him a founder father, but you know, he's part of the revolution, you know.
Oh, Francis Scott Key?
Oh,
hell. I mean, out of everybody, it's like, look, he was the guy that wrote the national anthem.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal.
Thank you.
Yeah. Symbolic.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Why am I the only one who doesn't think that's a big deal?
What, the Francis Scott Key thing?
Because that's part of the 95 corridor.
Well, no, not that.
Not that part. The part about
Francis Scott Key,
the anthem guy.
If I'm a big symbol,
I feel like bridges and all that stuff, they're always named after somebody special. Like,
yeah, but if I had to choose between hitting like the George Washington Bridge and hitting the Francis Scott, if that was me on the other side, it's like, yeah, I'm a big symbolism guy. It's always been a thing of mine. It's like, oh yeah, that's the one you hit.
It is something that clogs something. Because if you hit the one in New York, that's not going to really bother the ports.
Right.
This one did.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a
big port.
It's a big mess, is what it is.
It is a big mess. You know, when you see the aerial picture of the ship next to the bridge, you can see like how big the ship is compared to the bridge, and it actually makes more sense of why it was able to push it over like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That ship was.
Yeah. But you know it crumbled. It crumbled like Lego.
Yeah,
it really did. If you really look at it, and it fell quick.
Yeah, kinetic energy is no joke. Even if it's in slow motion, the energy is still there.
Yeah,
and what Peanut's saying, and it's a bridge. I don't know. Well, name me a modern bridge that could have maybe withstood that impact. Right, everything else is protected pretty well. Anyway, anything else?
Karen was talking about Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
You know there's two of them, right? There's Niagara Falls, New York, and there's Niagara Falls, Canada.
Oh, right. Yeah. I know it goes over the border. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Mark, please don't wish that, you know, it rips a path through the earth, you know?
I'm not... Dude, if I actually believed it, I would have out the black candles and the symbols on the floor, or I'm sorry, more symbols on the floor.
No, you would.
Stuff like that. You
would be so close to it because you want to witness it yourself.
But you know what? You're not wrong.
You want to see.
I would want to see it.
You want to see.
I would want to see it. I would be like Woody Harrelson in 2012. You know, you heard it first here from Charlie.
Oh yeah.
I'd be the guy at the super volcano broadcasting. Yeah.
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 It'll be 100,000 people won't be there with you.
Nah, it'll be fine. Probably.
Yeah, I know. If anything happens, you can't blame it on the black moon. You have to blame that shit on the government. So
why I can't blame it on the black moon because it's a racist thing? Is that why I can't blame it on the black moon?
No, you can blame it on the black moon. You call it the black sun. Hello?
Okay. All right.
I call it the black moon.
All right.
The black sun, because to me, sun shines. Oh, here's another thing. How can it be the moon that we see in our sky? We know that's partially transparent.
Right.
Right? Because you can see things through it. Now
I think
that
that's
one
an
right there
optical illusion.
is really not blocking the sun because the sun was shining right through it.
Well,
I don't
I
necessarily think that the moon is transparent. I
wouldn't
think a lot of that stuff is an optical illusion because you could take pictures where it looks gray, where it looks blue, you know, in those spots. Like I think it's just a weird optical illusion because I've videoed planes in the sky that look like they're disappearing into the sky. I don't think they're really disappearing into the sky.
No.
You know, so I'm not sure about that.
What I'm hoping to see is Karen and her camera, if you pick up the what we haven't talked about in a little while, which is the second object.
Oh, I'm not going to get that probably because
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
don't have that filter. But you know, Crow 777 will have the H alpha filter on it, and hopefully Chris Van Maitre will use his H alpha filter and film it too, because Chris is down there in Texas near the Path of Totality, and even if he's not in the path, he should still, you know,
Be able to get a good shot of it. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna let somebody else get on the phone.
Okay.
I'll talk to y'all next week. Give me a shout out to Jan, Zulu, Alex. I got to give it to Alex. He made a very good point. You know, so I got to shout out to Alex. And Master Gunner ain't been on in a while, so shout out to Master Gunner. And I'll talk to you guys next week.
All right. Have a good one, man. See ya.
You too.
He'll survive. All right. Let's go to Indio, California. Yeah, let's try Indio, California. 760. You're on Strange World. What's happening, man?
Hi, Karen and Mark. It's Bridget.
Hi, Bridget.
Hi, Bridget.
Hi. I'm Mystic Hermit in the chat and in Brian's chat. I don't know if you know me from there.
Maybe, but as you know, we talk to a lot of
I
people.
know you don't, Mark.
Oh,
we haven't spoken before. You know, I have to say that I only found you, Mark, through the Flattoberfest that was in Vegas that Brian was filming. And I have to say, you two run this realm. The way you pulled that off, Mark, you are a fantastic host. I want to say, I just watched you through Brian's stream. Everything Karen put together, it was flawless. It was really a beautiful event to watch. So kudos to you, both of you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
You're both Taurus. You know, I'm Team Taurus. I'm May 5th. Can I join the Taurus team?
Sure.
Sure.
Well, I'm Cinco de Mayo, so I might have to buy some of that hot sauce that you're selling. That sounds really great. And I do pass on this video, the videos that now that I watch with this show to my girlfriends, and they want to know if Mark is single. And I said, well, I think he is. I'm going to ask him. And they watched the video from the Flattoberfest, and they said, and he's tall, too. We like that.
Yes.
So I don't know. If you're single, we're all in California. You know, I'm in Palm Springs area. Most of my gals are in LA, where I moved here from. So are you single and willing to mingle with California girls?
Well, oh, don't look so shocked, Karen.
I'm not shocked. I love it. Yes,
I'm
Mark
not
is
gonna
single.
put you on.
Mark
Yes,
is
I am.
single.
I am single, and yes, in fact, I have mingled with California people because I've gone to several of the meetups in California fairly recently, down at Huntington Beach.
Oh,
And so,
sure. Okay, where Brian has his events. Yes, we're all. You know, I'm 2 hours from there. LA is an hour, not quite from there, so very close. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Do this because the show is winding down. Email me. Drop me, my emails in the description box of everything I do. Email me. Drop me a line, and we'll chat. How's that?
Okay. I'll pass it on to my girls.
Yeah, please do.
And they're all hot, and they want they want a tall guy that's smart and good looking, and that you fit the bill. And I said, look, he's a Taurus like me, and Taurus and Karen, we get it done. Right? In this realm, we get everything done and we're reliable. They said, oh, yes, we want to know, ma'am. We want to. So I will pass it on to them.
All right. All right.
They
Thank you.
might be shy, but, just so you know, you've got a lot of hot women watching this show, Mark and Karen. A lot of hot women.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. You just made my week. I appreciate it.
Oh, very sweet. And we're not logged in most of the time, just so you know, or we watch the replay. But you do have a lot of fans out there. So be ready for your email
good Lord.
box to fill
Okay.
up.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Nice to talk to you.
All right. You have a good night. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you. Nice to talk to you guys. Okay.
Right,
Bye,
take care.
Karen. Bye, Mark.
Bye.
Bye.
My only regret there is she said all this on air, because now you're never gonna let me live it down for me constantly.
I'm going to be like, so what emails did you get, Mark?
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be ribbing me now for this, which is oh boy. Okay. What do we have left? How much time's left in the show? Okay, let's do what should we do, Peanut? Should we do 919? 919, let's try it. I think we picked up 919 before. 919, you've talked to the show before, haven't you?
Hey.
Hey.
Are you there?
Yeah, yes, we are here.
Great. Yeah, thank you very much for the show, both of you, and all your work. I appreciate it, and it's real important. You know that. I'm the guy I host the Cary meetup, and I want to thank you for the.
That's how I know you.
On the festivals.
Yep.
Thank you.
So I have an answer for Alex. I think I'm correct, but you may have a different idea. Fred Aspernak is a cover story for the Vatican. All the astronomy that's published in the media comes from the Jesuits.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I've looked into it a little bit. I'm pretty confident. Anyway, Alex can get in touch with Aspernak, and then he can start studying about I'll tell him what I know about the astronomy coming from the Vatican. And so that's my idea about it.
They are definitely involved. But there are canons, there are cycles that are all written down, like they have all of the data sheets written down.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's right. Mark, the reason for my call is looking at your channel. I was viewing the FE Social Club in England, and I went to their channel, looked at some of their stuff, and I saw something they had posted on there that was made me very curious. You may want to pass on this. I'm not bringing it up if it's painful. But you were on an interview over there, and some pair of comedians, and one guy was so disgusted about the topic that he dropped the call. And I wonder if you have any follow-up story about that crowd, or what that experience was like.
Would that have been James? Because I could count on one hand how many shows I've been thrown off of. And in fact, I think I've only officially been thrown off of one, which is James Whale.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, he's not really a comedian. He's a longtime British broadcaster. Now his sidekick's a bit of a comedian, and of course they try to crack jokes.
Okay.
Whenever you can, but in that case, he's dying, and I'm really surprised he's not dead yet. He's had cancer for a long time. And they brought me on just to mess with him. And I wasn't, British people, they get to a certain point and he's like, I don't have, this is beneath me. I don't have to deal with this, just kick me off. And he kicks off people all the time for different things. So I didn't take it personally. I was like, it's fine. It was, but yeah, James Whale was his last name, or his first name and last name.
I thought it was a shtick, and I just wondered if you had any after story about it.
No, there was no shtick. It was just that he didn't want to deal with it. And he, like a lot of people, when you have to adjust a certain way, he didn't know if I was real. Like, he didn't know if I was serious. And then once he figured out I was, then he just wasn't going to entertain it. And so he'd try to get me off as fast as possible.
I
And
guess
the-
he got triggered.
yeah, and the producers behind the scenes, it's like, it happens. I mean, with this guy. And I once I looked up his backstory, it's like, I'm not gonna take it personally. He's having trouble at the end of his life anyway. So I should probably look him up and see if he's still around. So no weird insights or
Well,
anything.
he wasn't being personal. That's just his whole show stuff is about him. So that's that. Anyway, thanks. I was curious about that. I want to make a shout out to Paige.
Okay.
She's an invisible pillar of flat Earth.
Yes, she is. Paige helps out a great deal.
Yeah, Paige is awesome.
Yeah. Shout out to Paige, and I'll see you around.
All right. Have a good one. Do we have time? Well, you know what? The show's winding down, so we got to pick this one up. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. The destruction of Buffalo, New York.
Nice. New York. Hell yeah. Oh my God. It's going to be day of the eclipse instead of night of the comet. We're all going to be reverse werewolves now.
Well, it's really a crapshoot. It depends on your astrological sign, whether you turn into a reverse vampire or a reverse werewolf. Or a reverse Morlock. There's a bunch of that you can choose,
So you and I turn into the same thing then?
Yeah, whatever would it be? Yeah. So I'm kind of curious how you'll kind of fill in. Will it be like tusks? Bangs.
Tusks?
Too funny.
You know those two bottom lip tusks that go up like 6 inches? Those things? Yeah. Awesome. Anyway, what's happening to them?
I want to be an orc. Can I be an orc?
Why not?
Like that's the big gnarly green things like Shrek.
Peanut says if you're turning into opposites, Karen will turn into an angel.
Nice. Oh my God.
Yep.
Is that reverse witch?
Yeah, that's reverse. She'll turn into a reverse demon. Should be an angel. I'm waiting to see you guys reporting but it's going to be lightning fast. Again, it starts in Texas, and by the time it hits New York, it's an hour later. And boy, everybody
we'll have like 2 minutes and maybe like 3 minutes of total darkness.
Yeah, but that's still worth it. I mean, it's still be cool. I'm just hoping the weather.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we're supposed to have good weather. #fuck Lowry. That's been maintaining good weather because he's been negative Nelly for weeks.
Awesome.
Negative Nelly for weeks, and the weather is going to be awesome.
Good.
So,
good.
Yeah, thank you, Lowry. Let's see. I wrote down a couple things real quick. Yeah, obviously the eclipse. I just want to see if I could see the Devil Comet. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
The Taiwan earthquake. I don't know. Like you guys said, isn't it interesting how the buildings are just toppled to the side, like and fall?
Weird.
Weird.
Why didn't they implode at free fall speed? What happened?
Well, they know they're in earthquake territory. Didn't they put the buildings on the rollers like they're supposed they do?
They do build them different there.
Well, come on, guys. They're made in Taiwan. Get it? Thank you.
Made in Taiwan.
Don't forget to tip your waitress.
I'm here all week, right?
Yeah. 2-drink minimum.
Oh my God.
Unless it was just such a big earthquake that it was
wasn't
beyond
Flaherty part of Second City with John Candy?
Who? Oh, that guy.
Yes.
That sounds about
Flaherty.
Right.
Yeah. Right? He started back there. I did like him. I thought he was a funny actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't know any validity to this, obviously, but I heard people talking, obviously Bible thumping and stuff like that, but they're saying they suspect because I guess you have 40 days to repent from something, that this eclipse represents that, and that it's 40 days, and that's when the shit will happen, which happens to be May 18th.
Okay.
So I'm saying look out for false flag around May.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, not enough. If I was going to do a false flag, I'd do it then. I wouldn't do that whole 40 days. That's just kicking another can down the road. Yeah, exactly. Pina and I said the same thing at the same time, kicking that can down the road.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, no, it's not 40 days.
Exactly.
It's actually 63 days based on blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, we're not going to do this whole
Nibiru because
thing
the
again.
sun came from the left this time, right?
Yeah, it's like, no. If nothing happens Monday, I mean, okay, fine. You want to kick off the Madrid fault system later, it would be completely random. Random by comparison. Smart money would be on Madrid kicking off on Monday. Hey, anyway, Zulu, give me a quote. Give me a shout out.
Real quick. Wednesday, BST, me and NDB. Friday is Trivia, 8:30, episode 26, The Apocalypse. Anything apocalypse related.
Nice.
I have a quote. Don't wake me for the end of the world unless it has very good special effects. And that's for you, Mark.
Is that a Simpsons reference?
What's the point of a fucking alien invasion and it sucks?
Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, it better be spectacular. Act 3 better be something. Man, I mean a full song and dance number, Osmond style. I want the whole thing. I want fireworks. I want big names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Throw in everything.
Quick shout out. Ice Queen, Mark Sargent, Karen B, Brian Burton, Master Gunner, Jesse and Brittany, congratulations on your wedding. NDB, Nathaniel, and Jerome.
Right on. Well, we may be here next week. Same flat time, same flat channel. Or maybe not. But in the meantime, say goodnight, Karen.
Good night, Karen.
Say goodnight, Zulu. Oh my God.
Say goodnight, Zulu. Oh my God.
There we go.
That was the best I could do.
Because that would be Zulu's last words, right?
To raise the pitch.
Oh no. And Peanut's like, oh God. Yeah, exactly. The pose. That's going to be the last screenshot. That'll be the last selfies that everybody has on the cloud.
Nice.
And Peanut's thinking, you know what? I may survive this. I've survived everything else. Yeah. So, good night, everybody. Hot sex. Roll credits. Make good choices.
Hot sex.
Oh, look, it's Alex Lowry. He'll be in the eclipse. Yeah, watch Alex survive. That's the part that's gonna kill me. He'll walk away from this, smoking a cigarette.
That's a long walk back home.
Yeah,
he'll just walk out of the rubble all dusty and be like, "Where the fuck did everybody go?"
He'll have Nicole pull him on like a rickshaw or something.
Fought in many wars, danced our lives away. it's ever been. Wound up chasing stars all over again. There's words for what you got, what you have, and what you'll ever need. There's love so many nights, so many nights, so many ways to believe.
Mike Jack. Jack.
You realize it's the same link every week. It never changes.
Yeah, I know. I should paste it somewhere, I think.
Hello, Daisy. Hello,